Welcome back to Powerplay40 here at the Melbourne Pavilion. We are approaching the business end of the night, Vic Grujic, but before we get to our two main events, reflections on the fight night so far. Ask a question first about Matthew Stevens and that right-hand knockout in the first fight.
Fantastic. For you guys watching the fights at home, Powerplay Promotions obviously putting on another spectacular event here. Matthew Stevens, what can you say? Power, loaded up, connected. Yeah, no, it's all she wrote.
Done. Kimberlina Baldacchino continues her run of good form, beating Stephanie Glue by decision. Look, great fight for Kimberlina. More focused on Stephanie in that one. I just didn't really feel she used her height and reach advantage. There weren't enough jabs, weren't enough front kicks, wasn't enough distance between her and her opponent. What were your thoughts on that one?
I think first round she looked like she was basically trying to just feel it out a little bit more. But Kim kept the pace up, and you could see that she just got ahead and points in his first two rounds and was able to get in front and maintain that, basically the win, I guess.
Yeah. Tristan Papadopoulos comes back after a year and a half. I didn't really know what happened. Like, we saw the front kick and then Isaac obviously fell to the ground and the ref counted him out. What we can presume happened is the point of that heel must have just got him in the sweet spot in the solar plexus. Did you see anything from your angle?
I couldn't, and it actually looked a bit odd from my angle. So where I was sitting, Tristan's kind of backed up against the ropes, but, sorry, what was the opponent's name again? Isaac, my apologies, Isaac. Isaac's come forward and it just kind of looked like he's just connected with the front of the toes, more or less the ball of the toes underneath. And if you connect in a sweet spot in the solar plexus, just...
It's one of those ones I would love to see go for another round and a half, because they were throwing punches in bunches, there were haymakers, there were kicks.
Crazy.
Unfortunately, it ended like that, but congratulations to Tristan. 18 months out of the ring and come back and do that was fantastic.
That was awesome.
The Prince, Adi Bunjaku.
Man.
He's dynamite. Talk me through the technique required to land not one, but two spinning heel kicks in a fight.
It's amazing, just the ability. Well, one, I was actually really impressed with his hands, getting in close, and you can see the way he strikes. He's very composed, he's got a lot of boxing base, and you can see the way he moves and throws those hands. The ability to pivot and connect and throw those spinning back kicks like that, just absolutely amazing. I'm actually a really big fan of Artie in that sense. I actually really want to find out and watch a little bit more about that guy. Amazing.
The Prince will have his own show actually shortly, Prince Promotions, so it might be a chance to go and watch him fight again.
Okay.
Brian Amos, though, Boonshu under John Wayne Park. And Thai fighter fighting under kickboxing rules, so didn't have the ability to use the knees and the elbows, so all going against him. Gee, he showed some heart in that fight, though.
Obviously, Amos had, he's got the reach. He was able to extend those teeps and keep him out at range. But you could hear his corner screaming at him to roll in and just try to close that distance. And then every time Artie got in close, he was able to load up into the body and then set up with the fake jab low and then come up high with the spinning back kick. Landed a couple of sweet tons. Beautiful, real nice. Good to watch.
See why I call him the Prince. It was slick. Fight just gone. Brad Davies, Marcus Burke. Was really looking forward to this one as well. A lot of history between the two gyms, XFC and Bloodshed Muay Thai. Brad started brilliantly. He used those low kicks, and he's synonymous in the business for chopping down people. Landed 8 or 9 early on. Marcus then went to, I guess what his forte is, big power punches. Caught him once, caught him twice. A, B, see you later. What do you think about that one?
Just looked like he went beast mode. Just started just loading up and connecting, but not just loading up and connecting. It kind of looked like he was rushing forward a little bit, but he was rushing forward in precision. So he was able to land and get those clean shots. And it's always tough to watch a guy hit the deck that way, but it was precise, and all credit to him.
Marcus Burke, though, 14 fights, 14 wins, 9 KOs. He's a beast of a guy at 80 kilograms. So any 80 kilogram fighter out there gets lined up against Marcus Burke, 10 points for effort already. Let's move forward. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear Joe Boubier and Chris Bradford hitting pads in the back rooms right now.
Is that what that was?
And
I thought that was
like watching Tong Po in Kickboxer, like a bit of the cement starting to fall out of the wall.
Don't get me started doing my Jean-Claude Van Damme impersonation. I'll do it.
We'll get one before the end of the night. Look, we've spoken in detail already about Joe and about Chris. Again, just the 30-second overview to pump fans up. Where's your head at in this one after, seeing what we've seen so far tonight?
I'm not going to really just try to speculate on what's going to happen with the fight. There's a lot of thoughts, and especially hearing the backstory to the guys. I'm just going to go out, myself personally, as a fan, I'm just going to go out and watch it and just enjoy every second of it, So
we saw Nadakat and Suleiman earlier on. Similar consistencies coming up in this fight. The clinch, the elbows and knees in play. We are going to go back to centering very shortly. 2 huge fights to come. World titles on the line. Enjoy the show.